Hey, really quick before we get to the video, I just want to say I have some more art available and I'm starting to release t-shirts. So this is a nice floral print I have, and you can get t-shirts either in this inverted black shirt with white or the other way around. The other one, they're both flowers for now, but I'm going to be releasing more t-shirts pretty soon. This one I like quite a bit as well, and the white and gold one looks pretty sweet too. The other announcement is, again, if you haven't seen it, I have a new gaming channel. I'm actually uploading daily there, and the videos are pretty fun. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Otherwise, enjoy the draft. Hello and welcome to more Vintage Cube. This pack is pretty weak. Overall, we have, let me see, Duretti. I like Duretti quite a bit. Legion's Landing is good, but it's never really a card you want to first pick. It's something you want to pick up later when white's open. But, I mean, if you're trying to win, this might be the correct first pick. There is Reanimate. I know this card is quite strong in certain decks, and then you could start with like a Signet, I guess. I'll say this a lot, but Show and Tell I think is just really sketchy in League drafting. I think in pod drafting this card can be quite good, because if you take like Blightsteel Colossus, Emrakul, and some of the other ones, you'll just have a good idea of like what your opponents are doing. And then if there's no Eldrazi they can put into play, it's reasonably safe to try and just sneak an Emrakul into play with this card. What do I feel like starting with? I guess I will take a Reanimate. It's the most powerful card here, even though I don't think overall it will max. Well, okay. If we're going to start like that, I won't complain. Typically, the reason I say Reanimator is narrow is basically if you don't get like specifically Entomb Reanimate, your deck is just much worse. If we're going to start with literally Entomb Reanimate, I don't feel so bad about taking these narrow cards when, like, we have the best combo. Yeah, okay. Alright, I mean, like, sometimes you just get there. Do I want Thoughtseize or do I want Shallow Grave? Shallow Grave has the highest ceiling because it gives you the ability to win, like, right now. Thoughtseize just makes it so that we can disrupt our opponent so they don't have an answer. I think Shallow Grave typically... this is hard, because this is pretty much the best... The second best reanimation spell alongside Entomb. But I don't know what to do. I've seen Shallow Grave come around quite frequently, so I'm just going to take this. I think Thoughtseize has a high ceiling, and there's like typically two different kinds of reanimator decks. There's the Shallow Grave Emrakul deck, and then there's just like, I would like to reanimate a Gristlebrand. So by doing this, we're kind of leaning more towards the other one, because you can even Thoughtseize your own creature and then reanimate it that way. So that this just makes our turn one potential way stronger. Okay, we got Grave Titan, Ashen Rider, Fatal Push. I think we're just going to take Grave Titan. This card does win games very quickly, and I think Ashen Rider usually comes around. It's not incredible, but it's fine a lot of the time. Terastodon's interesting to reanimate. We do have Oath of Druids as well if we want to go green. Otherwise, we could just take Bloodchief's Thirst to get some interaction. I like the idea of cutting black. Mono black Reanimator is quite strong. Typically, the more colors I try and go in Reanimator, the worse I end up doing almost every time. I do love Oath of Druids, but again, we're probably going to want like a Putrid Imp and stuff, so we'll just take this. There's also a chance the Oath comes around. Yeah, there we go. Putrid Imp. Ebondeath, Dracolich. I mean, he's a combo with Putrid Imp, right? You could discard him and then cast him. I don't think it's great. We'll take the Imp. Just mono black 1-drop tribal. Okay, there's a Bone Shards. There's just a lot of good discard outlets. We really want that Shallow Grave to come around and get some more reanimation targets. Dam is interesting. Lion's Eye Diamond is like not amazing. It's good with Shallow Grave, but you can't combo it with like Reanimate or anything. We'll just take this Bone Shards and stay open a bit. Frantic Search, Hero's Downfall, Master of Death. Frantic Search definitely helps if we dip into blue. I think Hero's Downfall is pretty medium, so I'll take the card with the highest upside here of if we do go blue-black, like we just have so many ways to get cards into our graveyard quickly that we should just be able to go off. I could take Show and Tell now. I don't think we're Cabal Ritualing unless we get like Gristlebrand or something. And Show and Tell does have some potential against like Mono Red or something. We can... No, you cannot reanimate Progenitus because it's a replacement effect. So he would try and go into the graveyard and then just nothing would happen. We could take Elder Gargaroth if we feel like we're not going to get enough reanimation targets, but I think I'm just going to take this Godless Shrine. Okay, Shallow Grave came around. Alright, we are kind of in business. We just gotta find an Emrakul or something. Because we have like so many combos, right? Like this is out of control. All right, Woodhull Primus versus Ashen Rider. I think I like Ashen Rider more. Enters the battlefield or dies. Exile target permanent. And this is destroy target non-creature permanent. And it has persist. I think I'm gonna take the Rider. I don't know. That's a really tough pick. They're both good. But like just being able to exile creatures is more useful in general. Alright, sure, we'll get a Terastodon. Okay, now I feel pretty good. We have Terastodon and Ashen Rider. I think Terastodon and Woodfall Primus would be a bit limiting. I'll take this thing. I don't think I'm playing it, but it seems really cool, but probably not for Vintage Cube. Like, if there was a stack, this would be kind of fun, because you could like stack tokens and then recast this, and then you could like stay on top of Smokestack, but just kind of on its own, it's a bit strange. Okay, well we have Una's Prowler, Kitesail Freebooter, Sneak Attack is good with Shallow Grave. I'm not playing Maelstrom Pulse. And I'm probably not even playing these. I would like to stay mono black, that's the most consistent deck. Right, I could just take like Kitesail Freebooter and have Una's Prowler come around. That feels just more consistent than Sneak Attack. I have so many ways to like put stuff into play. I don't need this card, and I don't want to stretch my mana for it. I would rather just be maximally disruptive and maximally consistent. Okay, I'll take Archon of Cruelty. Again, I don't love this card, but it's fine. It's pretty funny with Shallow Grave, right? They discard 2 cards, it does 12 damage to them. They sacrifice 2 things, and then you draw 2 cards and gain 6. It's okay. It's decent to reanimate, though. Oh, this is funny with Show and Tell. If they have like nothing in play, you cast Show and Tell, they put a creature into play, and then you like Archon their thing. That's kind of fun. Here we have Massacre Worm, Valky. You can snipe a creature they control. I don't think you can reanimate the backside. That seems like it doesn't make sense. We could get a Tidehollow Sculler if we do get more fixing for white, but again, I don't really want to stretch my mana. Massacre Worm is interesting, but he usually comes around as well. Okay, there's a Living Death. Otherwise, not a whole lot. I guess maybe like Reanimating Frostine could get there, but I'm gonna take this card. One of my favorites. Okay. Yeah, we're just looking for like some big creatures. I mean, there's Damnation, I guess, can help us. We could take Sword of Feast and Famine to go with like our Putrid Imp. You could put on some of our creatures to get through for damage. I don't think that's super necessary. I'll just take the Damnation. It will be good in some matchups. Not necessarily the best combo with Living Death, but that's okay. Ooh, now we have a decision. Do we want Makeshift Mannequin or Gonti? I have so many ways to get stuff into the graveyard that I think I want Makeshift Mannequin. This card is actually particularly good with something like Ashen Rider, because if they have Swords to Plowshares, this guarantees you get a death trigger. I think I'm going to take this. It also, if we do get Emrakul, just maximizes our chances of getting there. Ooh. Animate Dead versus Inkwell Leviathan. I think I gotta take... I love Inkwell Leviathan, but I don't think I can pass this Animate Dead. There's Elish Norn, that's a really good one. Honestly, Chromox is interesting too. Just to, like, Chromox lets us literally go off turn 1. But I think this card, I think I can take Elish Norn and just, like, cut Damnation at this point. Seems okay. Here's an Una's Prowler. This is the dream mono black reanimator. This is out of control. I can take on Burial Rites, I guess. I do have the Godless Shrine, I suppose. There's our Massacre Worm. So if we're playing against creatures, Elish Norn Massacre Worm is going to be gross. Honestly, Reanimating Baneslayer will be good against some decks as well. Pernicious Deed, Thundermaw. I don't know, I'll take a Thundermaw. So we have a lot of things. Gristlebrand would be excellent, and Emrakul to go with our Shallow Grave and Makeshift Mannequin. I'll take Splinter Twin. I don't want to... I think Twin Combo is something that could be about as fast as us. I don't want to deal with that. Wow, last pick Seasoned Pyro. That's actually quite crazy. I mean, Mono Red seems to be very open, but so does Black Reanimator. We want Grizzlebrand, we want Iona, we want Emrakul. I don't think I'm playing these blue cards. Again, I would rather just stay mono-colored. Well, for now, I'll keep Unburial Rites in the deck, but I'll cut Damnation because I think main deck Massacre Worm has a higher chance of getting there. Like, if you play this turn 1, you probably win. Okay, there's Necromancy, Liliana Death's Majesty, Blood Crypt, Through the Breach, some other stuff. We'll just take Necromancy, and now we just have, like, actually everything. At this point, I can probably cut Living Death on Burial Rites. We'll see. Every single pack, I'm looking for a big creature because we have all the enablers we could hope for. I don't think I'm taking or playing anything from these packs. Like this isn't really a Yawgmoth deck. We're never gonna have enough mana for Yawgmoth's Bargain or anything. I guess I'll take Blackleaf Cliffs in case I want red somehow. I'm just never gonna want red. I'm gonna take Batterskull. I feel like there is a world where I'm playing against mono red and I just side in a Batterskull and hope. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing in Burial Rites or this Godless Shrine, potentially. I mean, I just have everything, right? Except for the big creatures. Corpse Dance? Why not? Do I even want this? That's the real question. Like, am I better off just taking Opposition Agent or something? Because I don't have... Actually, yeah, that's right. I don't have any tutors, right? I don't have Vampiric Tutor. I don't have Demonic Tutor. And Corpse Dance is kind of awkward with a lot of the things I have. I guess it's okay with Grave Titan. I'll still take it with the hope that I get Emrakul. Ooh, Bazaar of Baghdad. That's huge. That was a big pickup. This is kind of like Vampiric Tutor in that, like, you can just keep Baghdading until you get, you know, the card you want, and it also fills your graveyard. So I think at this point I do play Living Death because we could just go really deep. Like, imagine just putting all of these into play. This is 23 right now. So if we have to play, like, some random creatures, that's fine. But we're looking for Griselbrand, Emrakul, Iona. Alright, this is none of those, but it is an Inquisition. More 1-mana black tribal. Lingering Souls is actually a bit interesting, but for now we'll just take the Inquisition. We're just trying to be really, really fast and disruptive. So far that's working. Dark Confidant. I don't think this is a Dark Confidant deck. I do love the idea of it, but I'm ambitious, but the problem is Dark Confidant makes Reanimate just so much worse that I'm just not about it. This could be an okay Tasigur deck. We are going to fill our graveyard and we can cast him for cheap. So I guess I'll do that. Exhume. We have everything except the big dudes. This is crazy. Yeah, we just didn't get there. I mean, we have some of them, right? Some of the more mediocre reanimation targets, but none of the high value things. We'll take Liliana, I guess. Blackleaf Cliffs. Yawgmoth is really bad. I'm not playing any red cards though, so I guess I'll just take him. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I mean, this is fine. We could bring in... Honestly, Baneslayer Angel is good in some matchups, and we're just hoping that we're playing against... Well, maybe this is enough playables. We just really want to play against creature decks right now. Elspeth, Garrick, Abbott. I guess I don't want to play against... I'll take someone's mana fixing, sure. Nighthawk Scavenger is only opponent's graveyards. But again, this card gives me outs against mono red, I guess. I don't know. Lingering Souls is fine. Linvala is fine. Vanishing Light, whatever. Alright, well, we're close. I think this deck definitely has the possibility of 3-0ing if we play against mostly creature-based decks. I don't know if I want to play Corpse Dance. Even Shallow Grave is kind of awkward in this deck because we just, like, it's really only good with Archon, and even then it's just fine, right? Because this makes them, Corpse Dance exiles them, I think. Yeah, so it's not even good with Ashen Rider, because this only triggers when it, the second time when it dies. We can get rid of Makeshift Mannequin, and I do kind of like Shallow Grave. It's good with Grave Titan, but Makeshift Mannequin's just expensive, and my deck is so fast that I think we're fine. You could cut Tasigur, and then run just 16 lands, including Bazaar. Or I can get rid of Nighthawk Scavenger. Tasigur's gotta be better than Nighthawk Scavenger. Just a 1-mana 4/5. The question is, do I want Unburial Rites or like a Lingering Souls? So right now I have Reanimate, Animate Dead, Exhume, Shallow Grave, Necromancy, Living Death, Liliana. Yeah, that seems okay. 16 land including Bazaar puts me at effectively 15 lands. So getting up to 5 is going to be quite challenging. But if we do, they'll be good. Do I want Valky? Right, he snipes a creature. I don't feel like I need Valky. He's a bit weak. We'll just side him in against creature decks, and we can play... I guess I'm gonna go Godless Shrine on Burial Rites instead. Just play the one white source. So this is 16 land plus Bazaar. I probably do want to cut something. Add a swamp here. Yeah, I think I want 16 land. Well, actually no, I think 15's fine. We're running so many 1-drops, and Bazaar of Baghdad can help us find, like, it can help us find land drops. I'm gonna try it like this. See you guys round 1. Actually, there's just no hope of me getting up to Liliana. I'm just gonna bring in Makeshift Mannequin. Just that 1 mana cheaper could definitely help us. I don't have like Dark Ritual or anything to turbo her out, so I'll make that switch. I think I still like Living Death as like a failsafe, because we could get to a game where like we have Bazaar of Baghdad and Living Death, and then we just keep drawing to lands and then, you know, bring back like 50 million creatures and win that way. Oh right, we're playing against Maybe. I want to good luck, have fun. And going first. Okay, so we have Entomb, Makeshift Mannequin. Do we just keep hands with Entomb? I mean, 4 lands is kind of a lot. I guess so. This has essentially a deterministic turn 4 reanimation. I think on the draw I would not keep this, but as it currently stands, I'm fine with it. There also is some argument for casting Entomb on my turn to play around Daze, Mana Tithe, Spell Pierce. Well, if they're gonna Strip Mine, that's not so bad. Cast Entomb. I think decks with Strip Mine I'm probably quite good against. Honestly, I would probably get Elish Norn. Grave Titan is interesting. Terastodon is probably not what I want. Again, if they're playing Strip Mine, they're probably playing like mono green, would be my guess. I think I'm just gonna get Grave Titan. Basically, if I draw Reanimate this turn, Grave Titan is the best. If I just draw a Swamp, not as good. Oh, interesting. Okay, maybe I was wrong. We're drawing only lands. Maybe I bring back Liliana. I always underestimate how many lands it is possible to draw. Ooh, Inquisition's gonna be good. Let's do this now. And then we can see if the coast will be clear for Makeshift Mannequin. Okay, I'll take that. So that tells me they probably did not have 2 counterspells, because if I had like Animate Dead or something, I could have Inquisitioned and then got him with that. Glorious Signet's cool. Wow, okay, Jace plus all of that. This is so many lands. What is happening? So I can just go for Grave Titan right now. If they target it with anything, he dies. But I think I still do that. Make some zombies. And they don't have a way to fill their graveyard because they're just looting with Jace. Because I think, whoa, Lyra Dawnbringer, okay. I think flashing back Time Walk just seems like a no-brainer if they had any spell there. So currently it seems like they don't have an answer to Grave Titan, or at least not one, yeah. Not one that goes to their graveyard anyway. Still get to keep the zombies. Oh my gosh, what is happening? We're running 15 lands. I think I'm gonna keep the rest. I don't have anything that costs more. So we're just gonna keep these in hand for Bazaar of Baghdad, I guess. But this is really out of control. Salt Monolith, okay. I'm trying to figure out their deck. It feels like they have Crucible of Worlds if they're running Strip Mine. Although you can just run it for value. They shrink my creature. They have Urza plus Basalt Monolith is not really a combo, but I guess they could just start activating Urza. Okay, they hit a land. So the construct blocks my zombies. I need... This is the problem. I don't have any like cards that can win. There's Bone Shards. Interesting. So I guess we just Bone Shards the Urza? No. We want to discard a card. Because Urza gives them card draw. And we're just going to keep these lands in hand. Here's where we draw Living Death, where their graveyard is scarier than ours. But they are kind of flooding as well. This isn't instant? No. Okay, this card's really sweet. First of all, the artwork is good. Old Border looks amazing. I love this card. Una's Prowler, okay. This can start attacking Jace potentially. If I win this game, I will be beyond happy. Because this is like as bad as you could hope for. My opponent's tapping Fractured Identity mana and it's scaring me. No! Not the Mole Drifter. Alright, I mean I probably just can't attack until I get Elish Norn. Shrink that. And we're pretty much dead to counterspells. Okay. Reanimate on Elish Norn. Hope for the best. I'm playing around Mana Leak. That just went through. Okay. Not complaining about that. And Jace doesn't have anything to flash back, but I think I still want to attack Jace. And attack them. Okay, if Elish Norn resolves, maybe we will win. I don't know what could possibly be in their hand, but getting Jace down to 2 means he can't flash back spells, which is really where we wanted him to be. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Exile a Swamp. Now Bazaar of Baghdad is kind of an awkward draw, so we'll probably draw it. Living Death. Do I want to do this? All their stuff comes back. Let me think about what happens here. They get back a Venser, which can bounce my Elish Norn, and then they just have a Lyra Dawnbringer in play, and Urza would stay in play, and the Construct would stay in play. And then they just Karn my Grave Titan, and then I'm left with an Una's Prowler and 2 2/2s against Lyra Dawnbringer. I think I wait, because if I draw Bazaar of Baghdad next turn, then I can cast Living Death and then in response activate Bazaar of Baghdad and hope to hit Terrastodon. We're just going to exile this swamp to Karn. Yeah, that's the play. We draw Bazaar of Baghdad, we cast Living Death, and then activate Bazaar of Baghdad in response. Because we're just going to draw 2 and discard 3, but we'll have no cards in hand, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to concede. Or, yeah, we'll just concede. I don't want to deal with Karn restarting. I don't want to show them more of my reanimation targets. That was just really bad. Liliana. I mean, if I'm gonna draw that many lands, Liliana seems better than Imperial Rights. We'll just run it like that. Yeah, it's 15 lands without Bazaar. Crazy. Alright, let's hope for something a little bit better. So I can Imperial Seal for a way to discard. Yeah, I think I keep this. I'm gonna Imperial Seal for Bazaar of Baghdad, probably. Then turn 2, I draw Bazaar of Baghdad, play it. Probably just activate it right away. My opponent mulliganed to 6. They didn't seem to have too much interaction besides the 1 copy of Counterspell. Is there anything better that I could get? I don't have any way to put stuff in the graveyard, so I guess the question is, do I have a better way to put things in graveyard? And the only thing I could think of would be Entomb, but Terrastodon's probably the best card in the matchup, and it's in my hand, so I'm just going to get Bazaar. Play Bazaar. Activate main phase. There's Entomb, so now we can discard... Honestly, I feel like I don't need Entomb anymore now that I have Bazaar, so we can discard Terrastodon, Grave Titan, Entomb. I'm pretty sure this discard ordering is random. I've had this problem so many times before, or maybe it's Living Death. But I want Terrastodon, Grave Titan, then Entomb. Yeah, the discard ordering is completely random, so we just got lucky that we get to Shallow Grave a Grave Titan. Okay, they're just holding up mana. Ooh. I like casting a... Oh, actually no, casting Freebooter here is a problem. Because if they counter it, then it's the top card of my graveyard, which is like not chill. So what we're gonna do is just pass turn, and we're gonna Shallow Grave at the end of their turn because you exile this at the beginning of the next end step, so we can get a Grave Titan. Mox Diamond, sure. Now they have Venser. Now let's Shallow Grave. And then if they counter this, we can Necromancy Reanimate. Okay, well we get things. Do we want to activate Bazaar? I don't feel the need to. Okay, that's pretty good. I guess we just moved it. I'm going to play the Swamp and then move to combat. And then if they Venser this Grave Titan, then they'll be tapped out and I can Necromancy. Oh, they just have Cryptic Command? That's okay. Wait, they didn't counter Shallow Grave? Very strange. Let's just get them with Necromancy on Terrastodon now. Do this, hitting this, this, and this. And we can Bloodchief's Thirst and Elephant if we need to. Grave Titan goes away, that's fine. Ooh, I like Bone Shards. So let's go ahead and Kitesail Freebooter. See what's going on in there. Urza, Time Spiral, okay, they're just dead. I'll take Fractured Identity. And we Bloodchief's Thirst the Elephant. Then we attack for 9. And I don't even need to activate Bazaar of Baghdad anymore. They're just like turbo dead here. Oh, that's pretty good. There's no need though. We just hit them for a bajillion. Here. Down to 10. We can Bone Shards the Elephant now. I'll just do that next turn, I guess. Ah, Karakas doesn't answer anything. Because I don't have any legends, except for Elish Norn. I guess I should keep that in mind now that I know. I'm actually really glad I saw that. So we're just gonna Bone Shards, discarding Massacre Worm. Kill that, kill them. Okay. So they have Cryptic Command and Counterspell, I believe is what I've seen now. Valky's looking a bit better because I remember they have Venser. So like I can run this out early and snipe a Venser. Or just see their hand and see they have nothing going on. And probably Living Death on the draw is just awkward. I'll just do that. Okay, we are on the draw. I have Inquisition into Kitesail Freebooter. That's gotta be a good amount of disruption. On it leading on turn 1 Caracas and Mox Diamond. Okay, I have a feeling this Inquisition's not going to be very good. Oh wow. I think I want to try and get value off this Inquisition if they have like Counterspell. Ooh. Okay, Spell Seekers, they have Time Spiral, so if I just take Time Spiral then their hand is quite bad. Unless they draw Time Walk. I guess they played this land? Yeah, their hand is just Time Spiral. They drew another land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we get to freebooter the Time Spiral. Take that. Get rid of that one. Pass turn, then we can start Bazaar of Baghdad plus Tassiger, setting up for Makeshift Mannequin. Blade Splicer we don't care about. Play Bazaar, activate Bazaar. I think I'm going to Necromancy their Spellseeker. Don't think I want this Bloodchief's Thirst. I think we're gonna Necromancy the Spellseeker to grab Entomb. That feels pretty good to me. Yeah, I don't need this. Oh, why it won't let me target anything. Hello? Alright, I'll come back once I figure out how to there we go. Okay, discard this. Do I just discard Tassiger? He's going to be quite good. Just a 1-mana 4/5. But then if I discard him, it requires drawing a land. I think I keep Tassiger. This is out of control. I just want to discard this card. Okay. Main phase, then... Oh, this actually works. Can I not play land for turn? Okay, I guess this is my turn 3, even though it says turn 4. Strange. Alright, well, that messed me up a bit, but it's okay, because I just get to cast Tassiger now. I attack for 1. Oh, they have Caracas. What am I doing? Alright. I'm glad they bounced it, because now I can discard Tassiger next turn. Silly Caleb. They draw their land. Activate Bazaar. Okay. Discard Tassiger. Makeshift Mannequin land. And we go Swamp. Animate Dead on Spellseeker. Ability, yes. Grabbing Entomb. And I guess I just want to cast Entomb right now. Archon of Cruelty is interesting. Elish Norn is okay. Ashen Rider is okay. Grave Titan is interesting. None of these are legends. We can't get Elish Norn. Terastodon's not actually that good. Honestly, I'm feeling some Archon of Cruelty. And then I'm going to hold back my Kitesail Freebooter to chump block the Blade Splicer. Do I block with Spellseeker? Yeah, I think so. So we can just Shallow Grave the Archon. They drew Counterspell for turn? Oh my gosh. Alright, well, I'm actually quite happy with that because I would rather be able to Necromancy the Archon. Do I want a Bazaar of Baghdad? I could hit Reanimate. So I guess so. I'm going to discard this Swamp if I don't hit it. Yeah, just discard these 3. Last turn. Now they're Hellbent again. So, like, you know, if they draw Cryptic Command, sure. Take 3. Okay, Lyra Dawnbringer is smaller than the Archon, so that works for me. And Elish Norn doesn't do anything. So let's do this. Getting back Archon. You discard a card, do a bunch of stuff. Draw Massacre Worm. Don't hate it. So they have 1 turn to do a thing. Nice. Okay, we draw Grave Titans. Let's activate Bazaar. Bazaar Baghdad's an insane card. They have Exhume. They can get back Blade Splicer or Spellseeker. Let's discard these 2, I guess. Because I guess there is a chance I can cast Massacre Worm in the future. Oh, discard 3. I don't really want to give them Spellseeker. Discard these. Then attack with the Archon. Draw a Swamp, which is actually somewhat good. Hold a 7. Play the Swamp, play the Prowler. I don't think I want to Exhume, because I don't want them to Spellseeker for like into the Royal and then bounce my Archon. Because if they can't draw an answer this turn, they're just like turbo dead anyway. And I'm just going to take 5. I think that's okay. Okay, they didn't have anything. Let's move to combat, see what happens. They drew Venser, wow, okay. Now we're in a bit of trouble. They bounce this. That gets sacrificed. Now I activate Bazaar of Baghdad. Ooh, I can still attack for 3. Do I want to? Not really. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna get back the Archons. Let's attack for 3. I should have attacked with the freebooter as well. They folded 9. I can exhume a Massacre Worm that'll put them down to 7, but that doesn't really do it. Activate Bazaar. Oh, there's Reanimate and Bone Shards. So we discard Archon. This is actually a bit challenging. I guess we just discard Archon, Swamp. Oh, they have Karakas. Wait, they have Venser Karakas. But I can... Uh-oh. They have Venser Karakas. I think I can disrupt this, though. I go Bone Shards on the Lyra Dawnbringer, and then I reanimate the Archon. I don't exhume. And then they have to sacrifice whatever's in play and discard whatever is in their hand. Yeah, okay. So now I have Bone Shards with sacrificing a creature to kill the Lyra Dawnbringer. And then I can reanimate, right? So they bounce Lyra Dawnbringer to hand. Even if they don't here, there's no way for them to stop this. So we get back Archon. They can Karakas the Venser, but they're going to have to discard it to hand. We draw a Swamp. I guess we keep that in hand. They go to 6. They should be at 5 due to Kitesail. We'll see what happens here. They draw land. We win! Oh, wow, that was a game. See you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Jose Ortiz. This hand's quite good. I'm going to keep this. If we were on the play, this hand would be way better. And as it stands, I think because we're on the draw, we're going to play a little bit safe in Thoughtseize. We could have... Oh wow, their hand's terrible. I guess I did Grim Monolith. Like, I don't really care about Liliana. Alright. Anyway, if we were on the play, so we get rid of that one. We would just go for Imperial Seal for Reanimate, probably. But we could just draw it naturally, and then... It just makes the game a lot easier, you know? Discard Grave Titan, Unburial Rites, Living Death. Just reanimate this Grave Titan. Go ahead. So they have 2 unknown cards. Liliana doesn't really do anything. Alright, that one's pretty good. There's Tasigur. So I can play a Tasigur. Let's activate Bazaar because I could draw like Swamp plus something. There's a Necromancy, so I don't need Una's Prowler. I don't think I need Bloodchief's Thirst. And at this point I probably don't want Imperial Seal. Although, I guess I can go... Do I even care about this Kitesail Freebooter? Because right, I can stop their Liliana. But I think I just discard this Freebooter. And then I can go Tasigur plus Imperial Seal for Animate Dead. Play Swamp, play Tasigur. Getting rid of this. Reanimate, Living Death, Thoughtseize. Una's Prowler plus black. And then Imperial Seal for Animate Dead or just a Swamp. I guess we'll just get Animate Dead. Oh, Exhume. Exhume seems good. Attack for 2. They play Liliana. We have Tasigur. This deck is pretty scary. It would be way better if we had like Gristlebrand or something to do, but... Okay. Ophiomancer is a decent answer. But we also have Necromancy, so... Let's play Exhume before combat. Getting Grave Titan. And right now I think I'm just going to attack with the zombies. Actually, do I even attack with the zombies yet? I could just wait for next turn, right? Essentially what I'm doing now is trading a zombie for 2 damage. I think I'm going to wait and then next turn just swing with everything. Because now they can't like block the Death Touch very easily. Yeah, they have to Liliana Dig. Ooh, Control Magic would have been scary. Glad they didn't hit that. Okay, so let's swing out. I guess I'm just going to attack out and then Necromancy. Attack with all creatures at them. Yeah, I don't really care about Liliana. Okay. Yeah, they're super dead there. Blue-black Liliana control things. They have a lot of things to put stuff in their graveyard, so I think I'm going to cut these. We're going to bring back Liliana and Valky. I am a bit scared of control magic, so at least Valky will show me what's going on. And we'll run it like that. Yeah, this hand's good enough. Thoughtseize, Necromancy, Putrid Imp. Basically, if we draw any creature, we're good. They have Skull Clamp. Okay. I get a feeling this Valky's going to be pretty clutch. Thoughtseize you. Also really glad I have Liliana instead of Living End. Collective Brutality, Grim Monolith, Master of Death. So we're going to exile the Master of Death. Collective Brutality can't actually take anything from me, so that one's fine. I guess they can kill my Valky though. And they have Master of Death plus Skull Clamp. I think I'm just going to take Murderous Rider and hope to get a bit lucky. First of all, they don't have blue mana for Master of Death. Second of all, they're very tempted to master or Collective Brutality for instance. It just makes sense here. Or cast Grim Monolith. Yeah, and so now they can't take an instant or sorcery card because they don't exist. Ooh, but they can play around Valky with Master of Death. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Okay, so that's gone, that's gone. There's a Tassiger. So I guess now that all of those are gone, we can play out our Putrid Imp. Because if we draw a reanimation target next turn, we can Necromancy it. When they bring it back, just don't have blue mana. Okay. Okay, I can work with this. So Grim Monolith's gone. I guess they've already played their Swamp, potentially. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's play Bazaar. Activate Bazaar. I guess I don't really want Exhume because they'll get back a Murderous Rider. Discard Exhume. Exhume Makeshift Mannequin Liliana, I guess. Then we Valky their thing. Oh yeah, they are... Ooh, Baleful Strix is kind of a problem as well. But I think that one's beatable. I'm gonna take Master of Death. Because Master of Death is just like infinite card draw. Baleful Strix is just 2. And if they do trade Baleful Strix for cards, then they're not getting anywhere. Yeah, their hand is just not functional. So I think I'm probably just gonna play it a little bit safe. I guess I can activate Bazaar, right? Because I'll just discard this Swamp. Yeah, okay. Activate Bazaar. Oh, okay. What do I want to do here? I can Entomb Shallow Grave Grave Titan. That'll probably be enough. So I can discard Swamp, Tassiger, Necromancy, I guess. This is a bit all in, but I think it's worth it. You just go Swamp, Entomb. The other option is Archon of Cruelty. This makes them discard their hand and it does a bunch of damage as well. It'll hit them for 6, 12, and I draw 2 cards. They discard their hand. Grave Titan hits them for just 6. Actually, let's do this. Draw Terrastodon, hit them for a bunch. They discard another card. Discarding Treachery, draw Godless Shrine. Did I exile? No, I did not. Okay. And opponent is dead next turn. That felt like the reasonable play. Their hand is just Baleful Strix. They did draw the blue. Wait, what? That puts them dead on board again. They had a blocker and now they're dead. Alright, we'll take it. Maybe they didn't read or something. Let's just kill them. Yeah, they had a blocker. Alright. See you guys in the finals, I guess. Alright, we're here in the finals against Rutger Hallstrom. And we're gonna keep. This is turn 1 Putrid Imp, turn 2 Reanimate and or Exhume. And our opponent's playing Paladin class. So I think overall, first of all, just mono white has such a hard time against Reanimator that I'm feeling pretty confident. I think we're gonna give this. Do I play around Manatide? I don't think so. Discard Terrastodon, cast Exhume. And the reason I don't is because I also have Reanimate. Although I could just Reanimate here and then Exhume later. Actually, let's just do that. This just plays around Manatide. So we're gonna kill Plains, and one of my own Swamps. And if they don't Swords Terrastodon right now, they kind of just die. Back for 1. There was some consideration as well to killing 3 things with Terrastodon, and then that lets me Exhume. But I guess we'll see. Ooh, Shallow Grave is good too. Let's play this one. Attack for a bunch. Do I want to attack with the elephant? I think so. Because if they get a land, they can level up Paladin class, and that'll cause some issues with my elephant. Opponent's going to 6. It's a bold move. Right, they can't really attack with both elephants. I mean, maybe they can. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's a lot of land, but we get to do this, and at this point, I think they have to block the elephant. Yep, so they go to 5. There actually is like some minor consideration to just discarding my hand to Putrid Imp so that I can get Threshold. Okay. Reanimator is a silly deck, man. So they're playing creatures, which means we are in business. Damnation. I think I like Living Death a little bit more. Just so spicy. I mean, I'm pretty much pre-sideboarded for creatures. I guess I could bring in Nighthawk Scavenger. Valky. I think I like Valky. Do I like Valky, or is my deck just perfect as it is? Beroids is so slow. I'm just not playing that card. And then we can bring in Bulky, and I think that's probably good enough. The only other one to consider is I think Nighthawk Scavenger, but oh, Baneslayer Angel. That card is very good in this matchup too. Tasigur is also decent. Yeah, I think we're fine. Okay, we have Reanimate, we have no discard outlet, but my deck is just full of discard outlets. If Paladin class again, alright. Okay, there we go. Imperial Seal. Or do I want Entomb or do I want Bazaar of Baghdad? It feels like Bazaar of Baghdad gives me the best long-term game plan. It feels like Entomb for Ashen Rider. Yeah, it's just hard to lose when you have Bazaar of Baghdad. They have Thalia, so we get to... I could Bloodchief's Thirst, but I think I'm just going to play Bazaar and pass. This is only spells, not abilities. I'll take a tiny bit more damage here, but then I can reanimate Massacre Worm on their Thalia, and then I save Bloodchief's Thirst for something else. And we just want them to play a bunch of 2/2s. Alright, I mean, draws them a card, but at least it dies and hurts them. And then don't crack that. Oh no, are they holding up Mana Tithe? If they're holding up Mana Tithe, then we're in trouble. Play creature, crack the clue, do something. Oh no. Alright, we're gonna activate this. Discarding Massacre Worm, land. And we are just gonna go for Reanimate on Massacre Worm, because if this goes through, it's really good. I haven't seen Mana Tithe yet, so... Okay. Goodbye, opponent's board. So next turn we have Necromancy, if we want to. I don't necessarily want to activate Bazaar of Baghdad, because I kind of absent put it just beneath the top X. Okay. That just goes on top. So next turn, if they play more creatures, I can just Bazaar of Baghdad, discard Necromancy, Massacre Worm, and then go off again. Pleasure of the Fallen. Do I let them make tokens? Nah. Let's just discard Bloodchief's Thirst and just Necromancy, Massacre Worm. Oh, that's even better, right? Yeah. Discard Massacre Worm, Bloodchief's Thirst, land. And then we Necromancy Elishnorn. Did I not discard I didn't discard Elishnorn? What am I doing? Okay. I could have sworn I clicked Elishnorn, but I'm just losing it, I guess. I could have had a Bloodchief's Thirst in hand. Okay, can't be activated. That's fine. We're gonna take 6. They have a land, okay. I have to remember about Paladin class. I feel like there is a chance that it just snipes me. Alright, let's activate this again and discard the correct cards this time. Ooh, Living Death is actually pretty spicy. Discard Elishnorn. Can I even keep it though? I don't think so. Right, Petronib is just going to be a 2/2. Tassigur's a 4/5, which beats Linvala until they upgrade it. You know, I think I am going to keep Living Death. Discard this. I think I want Tassigur. This is going to become a 4/5, which I guess bounces off of Tassigur. Yeah, we're going for Living Death. Attack. They have 1 card in hand. Yeah, I think we're fine. Play this. And then basically, if they like somehow like level up Paladin class, play a blocker, double block Massacre Worm, then I could just Living Death. We're gonna get back Elishnorn Massacre Worm and just wipe their board. Or if they do nothing, we Living Death and we just get back Elishnorn and we just kill the creatures they get. They're racing. Okay, that's a bit scary. Terastodon. So draw 2, then discard 3. So this will just discard Terastodon, so there's no point. We attack here. I'm just dead, actually. Yeah, discarding Elishnorn instead of Bloodchief's Thirst really hurt me. I need to find something. I'm just super dead. I was supposed to activate this before because Shallow Grave, but... Alright, well... Well played, opponent. Yeah, my misplay actually cost me the game, because I would be able to kick Bloodchief's Thirst on that. I never read the final ability, right? Whenever you attack, until end of turn, attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature. I never read the double strike. Oh, they even have more stuff? Alright, well played, opponent. Secretly, I just wanted a game 3. I also do enjoy getting beaten by cards that I make fun of. It's a bit cathartic or something like that. This is Death Touch, right? I mean, I just gotta put that in, it's so good. Living Death, like, would have been the dream, but it's so expensive, I just don't think I'm ever gonna get there. I like Baneslayer. I mean, this card is huge. Baneslayer is better than... Kitesail Freebooter, maybe? Although they did show blue. Baneslayer's probably better than Freebooter, though. Actually, no. Alright, we're on the play. We get to go first. I said the same thing twice. Wow, look at this hand. Definitely mulliganing this. I'm running 15 land. There we go. Keep this hand. I suppose Valky is the worst one. So I can Imperial Seal for Entomb, and then just cast Reanimate turn 2. That loses to like Swords or Path, but it's really fast, especially with Arc. I think I would get Archon of Cruelty, maybe. I think I like playing Thoughtseize. It just shows me everything that's going on. Raven Inspector, Selfless Spirit, Palace Jailer, Umezawa's Jite. So if I take Palace Jailer and then I just get the Archon, there's not a whole lot they can do. So in the end, this ended up being slower. They draw Usher, which I will kill. Let's go Imperial Seal for Entomb. Bloodchief's Thirst, the Usher. And then we're going to reanimate, or Entomb, reanimate Archon of Cruelty. They draw Mishra's Factory. Selfless Spirit. So that's going to die. They're going to have to discard. I know their hand exactly. Yeah, and I think the Archon's just better here. Let's do this. Entomb. I made fun of the Archon, but that card's really sick. Archon of Cruelty. Reanimate the Archon. They lose a card. They lose a creature, they discard a card. And they have like one turn to find an answer. And they get to draw a card. Look how nice that is. So I think the play is Thraben Inspector Jite, or honestly Thraben Inspector Crack a Clue. Okay, they go with Jite. So the last hand is a land. Last card in hand is a land, I mean. A lot of lands that I've been drawing with this deck. But they lose Thraben, they lose their last card in hand. They draw Bone Shards. That's pretty good. Play land. So they're dead next turn. And they need to top deck a land to be able to equip and activate Jite. They said Lord. I don't know what that means. GG's. Alright, GG's. Oh, that was a trophy. Okay, that's actually quite nice. So the mono black Reanimator did take it down despite having really awkward cards. The thing that impressed me the most, Archon of Cruelty, is actually quite good. When I first read this card, I made fun of it because I thought it was only when it entered the battlefield. But the fact that it triggers every time it attacks, like, you could just put your opponent in situations where, like my opponent was in there, where they can just never keep creatures in play or cards in hand, and they just die very quickly. So this card impressed me quite a bit. It's also not legendary, so it gets around Caracas. Yeah, overall, sick deck. I also liked Bone Shards. So 2 really good additions from the newer sets. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.